The calendar is about to flip. Right now, millions of people are writing down the same dreams they had last year. This is the year I get fit. This is the year I start the business. This is the year I finally change. But here is the cold statistical truth. By February, 80% of those people will have abandoned those lists. And by December 2026, 99% will be exactly where they are right now. Why? Is it a lack of willpower? Is it laziness? No, it's something far more subtle. Science calls it false hope syndrome. It's a psychological trap where the act of planning the change gives your brain the same hit of dopamine as actually achieving it. You feel like you've made progress just by buying the gym membership or the new planner. So your brain stops providing the drive to actually do the work. Your brain isn't broken, it's just playing a trick on you. It wants the reward without the risk. It wants the 2026 version of you, but it's still operating on the 2010 software of survival and comfort. If you want to be the 1% who actually makes it, you have to stop setting goals and start re-engineering your internal operating system. But here is where it gets even worse. Most people think the problem is their strategy. They buy more courses, watch more productivity videos, and look for the perfect routine. But they are building a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. If you don't address the psychological friction holding you back, no amount of planning will save you. Most people stop here. They hear the truth and they click away because it's uncomfortable. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. Because the moment you accept that your current approach is designed to fail, you gain the power to fix it. Here's the harsh truth. Your brain doesn't want you to succeed. It wants you to survive. Success requires stress, uncertainty, and the sacrifice of your current identity. Survival requires safety, repetition, and the maintenance of your current comfort zone. Your brain will choose comfort over growth every single time unless you consciously force it to do otherwise. You are literally in a biological war with yourself. And this next part, this is what nobody wants to talk about. The reason you haven't changed yet isn't because you don't want it enough. It's because you are getting a secret benefit from staying exactly as you are. Maybe it's the comfort of not being judged. Maybe it's the ease of not having to try. Whatever it is, you have to name it before you can kill it. This cycle happens because of a concept called homeostasis. Just like your body maintains a set temperature, your psyche maintains a set level of success and effort. When you try to jump too far too fast for the new year, your internal thermostat freaks out and pulls you back to your old self. Your mind thinks it's protecting you from the threat of change. But the reality is, the real threat is staying the same. Here's the science. When we set massive, vague goals, we trigger the amygdala, the fear center of the brain. It sees the new you as an intruder. If that hit you good, it means you needed to hear it. Most people lie to themselves about why they quit. They blame their job, their kids, or their lack of time. But you know better now. Here is the truth you've been avoiding. You aren't afraid of failing. You're afraid of succeeding and realizing you still aren't happy. But staying stuck is a choice. Every day you don't change, you are actively choosing to remain the person you say you want to escape. If you want to break this cycle and actually own 2026, here is what actually works. First, we use the minimum viable habit. Instead of saying, I will work out for an hour every day, tell yourself, I will put on my gym shoes. That's it. By making the barrier to entry so low that it's impossible to fail, you bypass the brain's fear response. You aren't building a physique yet, you are building the identity of someone who doesn't miss. Second, the science says the most effective way to fix a broken life is environmental design. Stop relying on willpower. Willpower is a battery that drains. Instead, change your surroundings so that the right choice is the easiest choice. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow. If you want to eat better, don't have the junk in the house. Force your environment to do the heavy lifting for you. Third, use the 10-year test. When you feel that urge to snooze the alarm or skip the work, ask yourself, will the version of me 10 years from now be glad I did this? This simple mental shift moves you from prefrontal cortex thinking, which is rational, to emotional thinking, connecting your current effort to your future survival. Finally, you must embrace strategic boredom. We fail because we are addicted to the dopamine of the new year, new goals, new excitement. But real growth is boring. It's doing the same 3 things every day for 300 days. If your 2026 goals feel exciting and flashy, you're likely setting yourself up for a crash. If they feel quiet, steady, and a bit like a chore, you're on the right track. Most people will watch this video, feel a temporary spark of motivation, and then go right back to scrolling. Their life will stay exactly the same. They will enter 2026 with the same excuses they used in 2025. Don't be most people. You now know what 99% of people will never understand. You know that the war isn't against the world, it's against your own biological urge to stay comfortable. You have the tools, you have the science. There are 2 types of people: those who understand this and use it to build a new life, and those who ignore it and stay stuck in the cycle of, someday. Which one are you going to be when the clock strikes midnight? The 99% or the 1%? The choice isn't made on January 1st, it's made right now.